Hello, John.
Hello, Oliver.
So we're going to talk about silent prayers outside abortion centres. Father Sean Cough was arrested, I think, and then there was prayers outside an abortion centre, a closed abortion centre, and you're going to talk about that.
What was that lady's name there?
There was Isabel Vaughan Spruce.
That's right, Isabel Vaughan Spruce. Well, now, she was saying a silent prayer, not beside an abortion, away, and she was standing. She wasn't interfering with anybody. She was just standing like this, the way I'm standing, the way I'm sitting. But she wasn't saying nothing. And two policemen come and asked her what she was doing, and she said she was saying silent prayers or something like that in her head. But she was arrested. This is some time ago, and charged, and in a cell and questioned and all the rest of it. Now she's an important person in the pro-life section and some section like that, and she's does good. Mm-hmm. No, good. But whatever sort of laws they have in Britain, people that are doing good are persecuted, and people that are doing evil are rewarded, and that's what they're inflicting on families, on women. They must hate women, so they're inflicting the abortion on them, and in such a way that a person saying a silent prayer, well away from an abortion clinic, and I don't know whether it was closed or not, but she was arrested, and then a priest, Father Sean Cough. He would be of. He was a foreign-looking priest, but he had an Irish name, so perhaps his father or mother was Irish. Father Sean, because that's a name that's particular to this country, Ireland, and this is in Britain. And he was saying a silent prayer near a closed abortion clinic, and he was arrested. So both of them went to court, because the police weren't proceeding with the summons. But it could be still reinstated. So they went to court, and they was thrown out by the judge so that they couldn't be prosecuted again. Mm-hmm. But the same Isabel Vaughan Spruce was saying a silent prayer there just recently, last week. And two policemen arrested her again, but it was recorded. And she was arrested again. So it was on the news that I look at, which is EWTN, Eternal Word Truth Network. And the person, there was a lady interviewed. I think she was an American, but familiar with Britain. And she said this is the second time this lady was arrested for saying silent prayers. And this is a sort of an infringement on. It's so obnoxious and so dreadful that it doesn't bear thinking about. You'd expect that in a communist country, which is to have a control. But this is in Britain, which is supposed to be a democracy. It clearly isn't a democracy for pro-life people. Mm-hmm. It's a democracy for evil, quite frankly, and so they have to be condemned. And right-thinking people are appalled at what sort of laws they have in that country. They were always persecuting people, but now they're persecuting their own. Mm-hmm. They're so used to it. And in this country, of course, they're following the same suit. They have such things as exclusion zones, as if like saying a prayer for or trying to help people that's going to go for abortion, and they're not getting any advice. They don't get advice to sort of say, well, do you really need it? Is your health, what's the reason? You don't hear any reason. These could be perfectly normal children. In most of the cases, they are. And we don't know in this country how many of them, where they're from or what their nationality is, we don't know. And this is a shame. They're very economical with the truth. Mm-hmm. So they're up to no good. And any society or government that does such things has to be condemned. And John Malone, the Christian TV Ireland project, will certainly condemn them without reservation. We will not allow people that are doing good to be pilloried and persecuted the way they are.
Now you're talking, John Malone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So it just